There we go. Took no effort. Alright. Welcome back to the freaking OP as hell run. With question mark, question mark, question mark. Unfortunately, the music might be a little bit on the loud side, so let's crank this down a little bit more. But the punch minigun will be continuing. I did not catch... What level of, holy crap, I killed him in one salvo. I did not actually catch what level of the crypts we're on at this point in time. But, you know what? It's kind of one of those where it's like, the ultimate goal is to make it to 256, if I can somehow make it there. I have no idea if I'm ever going to make it. But that is the desire. If we don't make it, I'm not going to be terribly unhappy. But I think it would be really cool. Because you know what? Like, this is the character that deserves to make it to 256, if we can make it to 256. In fact, did we start the... Oh, we were berserk, so we gained health there. I was like, how did we gain so much health? No, that's not how it works. I'm actually kind of disappointed in berserk, because it gives you a bunch of temporary hit points, but it actually doesn't, like, help you that much. In fact, it kind of hampers you in a way. Because the temporary hit points doesn't actually reduce the damage you take, it just makes it so you can survive some extra hits. Which, you know, it's not useful. If it was like temporary hit points that got removed first, I'd be absolutely down with it. But as it stands, it doesn't do you any favors. Because I took 6 damage there. And it ended up, well, reflecting my final HP total once the temporary hit points have gone away. Alright, let's take care of these guys. I'm gonna move my stream thing over just to make sure that nobody's having any internet problems. Or at least I'm not having any internet problems. I'm really paranoid after playing Wonderful 101 last week. Oh shit, I did drop frames. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully that does not persist. If it does, I'll have to restart my router. Which I'm not super keen on. We'll figure it out. But after Wonderful 101 last week, just the concept of me dropping frames is like super annoying, and I have like no idea why it happens. Hey Shadow Fenrir. Oh! Okay. I'm very close to death, I think. Oh! Okay, maybe not so close to death. Well, let's use these, let's bump our magic back up. Unfortunately, I kind of didn't mistake, so much as misunderestimated just how powerful my, like, area of effect for my fists is. So, like, I was aiming straight down and we still busted up that shrine. Doesn't look like, Mad Gizmo, I don't think you're lagging like usual. That was me. That was completely on me tonight. Hopefully it doesn't persist. Might have just been kind of like early stream doldrums, that kind of thing, which, honestly, complete myth as far as I'm concerned. But, I'm just gonna blame that for the time being. Hey, we get a Mimic. Wow! My fists really do have quite the reach now. I've got, like, extendo arms. It's weird. But I can't complain about it too much. Also, this is a good song. I need to get more stream music along the way here. I've got a fair amount, and really all I need to do is actually just download a bunch to use it some more. Sup, bitch? How you doing? Hey, more bombs. I like more bombs. Everything else means nothing to me. The only boss... Well, actually, no. One of 2 bosses that we actually have to worry about here. Oh, we didn't send him flying off into the stratosphere. That's kind of a shame. I didn't pick up the key. I was like, why are we not able to do anything? That's why. Okay. And we're getting a fair amount of mana back. Oh, man. If I can manage to get Claws of Mana Steel, I will be so happy. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully you guys won't be experiencing any more lag. I'm just going to chalk it up to just, like, fluke, internet glitch, or Twitch, or something. Anyway, do we sack any health here? I could probably sack a little bit. Yeah. Why don't we? Because I'm trying to max up my stats really early on. To the best of my abilities, just so I can be, you know, the ridiculous punching man. Probably also heal up just in case something comes out of nowhere. Wow. Do we heal, like, 16? We heal 16, 17 per tick on the heal. That is really good. That's way better than I was actually expecting out of this run. Because I was actually expecting this run to have, like, serious issues along the way. Where we'd have so much, like, we'd be taking so much damage, and we just wouldn't be able to heal. But, assuming that, you know, the ghosts don't bother us here, we can actually heal pretty much, damn it. Alright, so you guys should be able to see. Let's actually continue with this business. Internet issues, you know, disregarding internet issues, and yeah, God, that is going to be always the one complaint that I have with this sort of thing. That, like, no matter what, like, I can be totally fine on my end, and the internet just can do whatever the hell it wants. I think that's always going to be, like, an extreme complaint along with me, like, along the way for me. Because unless like, American internet infrastructure gets better, it's always going to be one of those, like, consistent issues where it's just like, lol, nope, goodbye. Oh, fuck. Okay, so we're fighting the abomination here. Okay. Ah! Which I do not appreciate, for what should be incredibly obvious reasons. But if I can just... Yes! Okay! Perfect! I can just knock him away from the hole. I'm unstoppable. Screw you, abomination. That is good. I am back. Sorry about that, Emily. Yeah, the stream does live. I don't understand. My router just is like, nope, not going to connect to the internet anymore. I think it has something to do with Verizon. So, I think Verizon's box is, like, breaking outside or something. They said, you know, it wouldn't need replacing anytime soon. I think it needs replacing. I like being the machine gun man. Wow, we went from 21 to 10. And I get the unfortunate feeling that a lot of those people aren't going to come back because for whatever reason Twitch is like, nope, he's not live again. He's just dead. Stream's over. Have fun. Oh, I was like holding slightly up and I was punching up. Well, that is dumb. Yeah, no, God cursing mana shield onto you. Not actually worth it. Because I'm still losing a fair amount of mana per hit, even though my health is totally fine. Nuts. Yeah, this is... Here goes all of my mana. That is a shame. But, I don't know. I feel like abominizing. No, I feel like apologizing just because it's one of those where it's like, you know, everybody comes out here to watch. And if technical problems happen, I just feel bad because it's like, this isn't even like the kind of lame kind of problem, like problem kind of connecting where I can be entertaining and talk and like keep people in the loop. It's the really annoying kind of problem where people are just like, is he gone? Did Waterbot die along the way? Like, where do you go? Oh, well, there we go. Let's see. Is that worth it? I don't actually know if that's worth it or not. Probably actually just use more slow fall smashes. They do more than enough damage to take out most things. Almost more effectively than punching. The punching is just more satisfying. Holy crap. I can attack that much? Well, that's crazy. This is nonsense. No, do not want to be here. Leave me alone. Look at all these hands. You know what? We gotta go back to punching. But I don't think this is a serious problem. I think it's mostly just like, you can't butt stomp after a certain point because it just... Or at least you can't offensively use butt stomps nearly as much because you just end up just swarmed with enemies. It's ridiculous. I am a living Gatling gun. This is absolutely true. I like this run. This is probably the best run I've ever... Well, this is absolutely the best run I've ever done, hands down. And I'm really appreciating that. Let's see. Hey, Flaming Cow. How's it going? Alright, so we get Uncurse. We're sitting on a lot of scrolls here, too, which unfortunately, like, we don't need 90% of them. We needed, like, most of these a long time ago. You know what? Did I open? I did open up the boss chest, right? Yes. And we did learn a Book of Electlance. So, while we're here, while we've got money, there was a sacrifice shrine back the other way, wasn't there? I actually did not check. Probably shoulda. There it is. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is just sack all my health down, then heal a couple times, then we'll stop by the Shrine of Light. But, like, the thing is, the moment I enter any floor, it pretty much just gives me the ability to, heal back up to full, no problem. Okay, there we go. We've got just enough for one more heal. 22 health. A little bit on the risky side, but at the same time, I don't think anybody's going to be killing me anytime soon. But, yes, I am the living Gatling gun, and it is such a good feeling. Yeah, so I could stop by the Shrine of Light, but I'm just gonna save that money. I'm just gonna save that money. Oh, hey, Bud Weaver. How's it going? Okay, and we get some more vitality. We've almost maxed all of our stats, too. This is nonsense. Okay. Make them take my money. Yeah. Alright. The problem is there is actually a cooldown on heal. I didn't know where he was going, but I knew he was going to be in the area. Just kill him that way. Yeah. Oh man, that's so nice. I can punch into the ground. I think this is the only character that actually has a downward vertical strike out of all of the characters in the game. Because, like, okay, fine. The warrior has, like, the down strike with the sword, but it's not the same level of, like, verticality. Like, it will not attack surface, like, enemies deep underground or anything like that. Whereas this character, oh, she can just punch straight down. She can just punch straight wherever. Let's see, Flaming Cow, if you're having issues, just refresh the stream. You probably joined just as I was having weird buffering stream issues. There's just a pile of corpses at my feet, and it vibrates every time I punch. It's pretty stupid. And who needs boots of super speed when you're me? This is nuts. And yeah, did I make sure I had luminous anything? No, I do not have a luminous ring. Ow. That probably would have been a good idea along the way. Because I wonder exactly what shrine it was that made my light radius so bad. I think it was Shrines of Light that make it darker, but it could be the Deranged. I fire arrows so quickly. Not even funny. Actually, it's incredibly funny. All I have to do, just point, shoot, and death. Gotta make sure that we've got all bases covered. There we go. All bases very covered. This is good. Okay. Female Chuck Norris. Nah. Chuck Norris don't got shit on this. Chuck Norris always was, like, known for the powerful attacks, not the super fast shit, right? I don't know. I never actually watched any of Chuck Norris's stuff because he never really seemed that respectable to me. So here's the problem. We've got a deranged shrine right there. Would prefer to not destroy any shrines here, because I think it does actually... Oh, interesting. You can attack through corners. I think it does disadvantage me along the way. I'm also trying to avoid hitting the Shrine of Blood. Hey, it's another ring. That does me no good. Wow, yeah. I crit really frequently because I've got a really high luck stat. The ceilings just plonk down on my head and it just doesn't do anything. Nothing does anything to me. But I think it's also one of those where it's like, I've never really respected Chuck Norris as, like, a person. He always seemed like kind of one of those crackpot actors that, like, sold out for exercise equipment way too early on. And, like, from what I've heard, his, like, stances on social issues are kind of creepy. But you know what, maybe that's just me. Okay. Now, let's see if I can... Got him. Oh. Okay. Did he just forget I existed? He sort of did. Oh, and I just took out the shrine. Whoops! Well, we killed the boss. Yeah, I think it's Shrines of Light that blind you. Okay, that's good to know. I gotta stop doing that, though. One arrow, one punch, good enough to take out a shrine. That, I don't know, it feels excessive. I still think it should be like 10 hits to take out a shrine, regardless of how much damage you do. Unless you chuck a bomb at it. Because, you know, that should be obvious. How ridiculous would this game be if there was like a lava level? I think I would enjoy that, actually. I think that would be really cool. I think that would be real cool. Let's see. What did I type wrong? Oh. Mad Gizmo. That's what was typed wrong. Except for I didn't do the wrong typing. Alright, and we're kind of low on mana. Then again, I did spend a lot of it just midway through the level. So let's keep sacking. Well, we got the sack shrine. We might as well sack. Didn't see a shrine of light, but I don't really need to care. There are no zombies left, so there's that. Female Saxton Hale. Then yeah, you know what? Female Saxton Hale. I like that. Saxton Hale is a cool dude. As far as I can tell, it is not afraid of much. But maybe that's just because, you know, Valve's propaganda's got to me. Okay, 22 health. Under normal circumstances, I would be scared. Under current circumstances, bah! Who cares? It's not like... I don't even need scrolls of identification. I have, like, no use for them. Did I forget to go to the chest? I did. Shit, can I go back? That's annoying. Oh, well. It's not the end of the world, but, still. Let's see. He's an actor. You shouldn't have to care about his social issues. So the reason why I mentioned the whole thing about, like, Chuck Norris and social issues is, like, if an actor just acts and doesn't talk about social issues apart from having their own personal opinions, I'm down with it. But if I remember right, Chuck Norris was, like, actually endorsing people and stuff like that, using his, like, hi, I'm Chuck Norris thing, you know, just like, I am famous, therefore, you know, you should listen to my opinions. It's kind of like, if Total Biscuit came out one way or another. Actually, I guess the easy example would be, Total Biscuit during the... Oh, well, there's a, statue of the deranged there. Whoops, do not shoot that direction. But so, during the Gamersgate issue, regardless of your opinions on that, some people who may disagree with Total Biscuit, you know, heard him weighing in on the issue, and effectively disagreed with him. And because he's in such a large position, he was throwing his weight around opinion-wise. And a lot of people feel like that's kind of a misuse of a subscriber base. If it was like me sitting, going around saying, you know, that, so-and-so is like, I don't know, it's like me trying to influence, like, how you guys would vote on an issue, or, like, your social issues. Like, I don't know. It feels like a misuse of popularity in favor of something that's wrong. And, like, maybe it's because I just don't... I feel like most people's opinions should be not privately held, because I guess I give my opinion all the time, but I just feel like the bigger you are, the more responsibility you have to be kind of moderate in it, because there are people that look up to you. And that by, like, effectively selling out in a way, you're kind of cheapening who you are and what you've done in favor of a message. So, for example, you know, even stuff like advertising. So say if I ever do, like, an endorsed review of a game, like, I can't imagine a lot of you guys would be particularly happy at me for doing so. That's, I guess, the easiest example I can give. Because, you know what, I have this semi-reasonable position of, maybe not influence, because I wouldn't call myself particularly influential. But, like, I know actors are people, and, like, I know that, like, people are not sheep and don't have to listen to them, but at the same time, it's one of those where, like, it doesn't work that way. Like, people don't work that way. And, I mean, part of it is also, like, for example, I don't really like Tom Cruise that much because of how he treated his wife. Do I like him as an actor? No, not really. And do I like him as a person? No, not really. And I can separate my like or dislike for a person, based on, like, who they are and what they do. So, like, who's an actor that I really hate his stuff, but I really like him as a person? Brad Pitt. I do not like Brad Pitt that much. I think all the movies he's in, Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, I dislike both of them in movies. I feel like they're wildly typecast as just the generic kind of white protagonist, you know, slightly I'm gonna use the word privileged and kind of regret it, but you know, kind of the semi-successful white dude 90% of the time. And I don't like them in movies, but as people, I respect them because they're actually interesting. But, so, I mentioned Chuck Norris, and yeah, you know, I can separate out... Oh, shit. The hands can still crawl down there for some reason, and I really do not like that, because that's terrifying. Because they might come after me from there. But there's that. Okay, good. He's not coming out of there. I'm very, very terrified of a hand coming out from the nether and trying to kill me. So I guess that's kind of my opinion on the whole, like... Even, like, actors or something endorsing somebody, because, you know, movies are supposed to be... Well, maybe not movies, but entertainment is supposed to be, like, devoid of, like, a political message and stuff like that. It's like how you really don't want to see, like, a bunch of advertisements for something you don't like in a game that you do like, that you kind of want to remain neutral. So if you saw a bunch of, like... if you saw a bunch of, like, I don't know, Pepsi advertising in a Battlefield game, it would probably feel kind of weird and skeezy to you. Wait, why am I avoiding that potion there? It's like a potion of strength. Ooh, yeah. I did not see any kind of healing here. And like, maybe this is just me being oversensitive, or maybe just me wanting everything to be kind of pure in a way. But I feel like everybody's opinions should be not privately held, but like, I don't know. I guess it just is weird where it's like, trying to use your fame as a tool to push your own agenda feels kind of like a bad thing to me. But maybe you know, that's just my thing. It's hard to say. But yeah, I don't know. I mentioned the whole, like, me getting endorsed, or me doing like a endorsed review or whatever. If I ever actually get to the point where I am paid to do a review for a game, or bribed in any way, shape, or form, I will mention it. Like, count that as a promise now. And if you guys find out that I did a paid review and did not mention it, I mean, you can call me out on it. I will not care, because at that point I deserve it. It's like, I don't know. I feel like my opinion as a person should be counted as an opinion on a person, and I should never be, like, paid. I don't know. I don't want to be a shill for anything. I want to just be normal. Even if, like, you know, eventually I'll be a largish YouTuber that people will be like, hey, is this game good, Wonderbot? And I'll be like, yes, no. And my opinion will actually matter, as opposed to, like, to a couple of people that I've influenced now by Chroma Squad. Which is probably a very good thing. It's kind of like, oh, what would be a good example? If, I guess if you know, the Game Grumps were paid to play Sonic Boom but actually pretend it's a good game. Like, how scummy would that be? I would think that would be incredibly scummy. But then again, I guess that's just when it's going against their personal opinion. So back to the Chuck Norris thing, it is his personal opinion that I'm blanking on what his opinions were that pissed me off specifically. I think it had something to do with gay marriage. But he was very vocal about it on national television, and it's like, I feel like he almost poisoned the well as far as, like, anything that he ever did. And maybe I'm offended on his regard, whether or not he realizes it. Oh, that hurt a little. Because he's effectively ruined his movies for anybody that disagrees with him. Even though I know that's, like, kind of ridiculous, and, like, anybody that can separate it out is not going to have any issue with that. I don't know. It's messy business. And I don't like it at all. We got a lot of mana left. This is a very good run. I should probably switch away from this topic, though, because I don't know, it just makes me grumpy. Because I don't like the politicizing of anything. I feel like everything should be just sunshine and rainbows, or just, like, not nearly as vehement as it is half the time. I think that's the big issue. Okay. Rings and stuff. I want to avoid that. We've got a lot of books here, which is kind of nice, because that means a lot of magic stamina, which means scumming. I don't even remember healing up on this floor. You've got to remember. Fight them in the spike holes. Not the other places. Because the swords still hurt. There we go. I got a lot of mana. Oh, really? Berserking actually increases my mana. That's interesting. I did not know that. That's kind of ridiculous, actually. Actually, speaking of Chuck Norris, whether or not it's like... Well, it's not relevant to what I was talking about earlier, but I will admit I have seen, like, one thing with Chuck Norris in it before. So I've mentioned it at least a couple of times. I mentioned going to Croatia a couple of times. Sup? How you doing? And so, one interesting thing about Croatia is it always felt like the place was kind of 40 years behind the US. So, like, all of the television shows were just actually reruns from, like, the 70s and 80s in the US. There was very little in the way of, like, modern American television, which I thought was kind of an interesting situation, because, you know, you wouldn't expect it. I don't have any scrolls of jump. Oh, but I do have dash. What am I doing here? Perfect. That jump is not actually climbable. Surprises me. Oh yeah. Hey, prostate exam. How's it going? Yeah, using dash. But, so, I was sitting in the lobby of the college I was doing study abroad at, and I was there for like half an hour or something like that, I think, waiting for my professor to show up or like get out of a review. I don't exactly remember why. But so, I'm waiting there, and it's just a 4-hour marathon of Chuck Norris TV shows. I think it was like Lone Ranger or something, followed by a 6-hour marathon of all of the Chuck Norris movies. And apparently this had been going on for a whole week. They had a week of Chuck Norris in Croatia. I understood nothing. I understood nothing. It was so confusing. And it was dubbed over in Croatian, so it sounded like super weird. But you know what? Whatever. Mad Gizmo says, I find it funny that you're so OP that you can talk about random crap and not worry about dying. Oh yeah, this is why I like these OP runs, because it kind of gives me a moment to just kind of sit down and just be like, alright, this is ridiculous. How's the stats on health and mana? Well, while we're here, let's read both of these books. Unfortunately, it does not actually boost up Frost Nova. Let's heal. And while we wait for it to cool down, there's a ghost here. There we go. While we wait for it to cool down, we have 76 strength, 79 dexterity, 22 vitality, 27 intelligence, 23 luck, 41 defense. Don't know what my speed stat is. It's ridiculous. Black screen. Let's see. Unfortunately, Flaming Cow, I've actually finished recording Chroma Squad. Like, there's nothing left for me to do, save for start over and play again. Which is kind of a shame. Chroma Squad has just been the series that I recorded like a week or two ago, and I'm just continuing it on the YouTube side because, well, catch up. I would love to play it more, but there's just no content. Pouncing Cheeto says, I hide under your bed waiting for a cheesy revenge. I don't actually have an under my bed. I sleep on the floor because it's more comfortable. It's cooler down there, I think. Also just lazy and don't feel like buying a bed frame, because bed frames are expensive. Because I'm poor as fuck. Okay. We are doing dandy. Unfortunately, the Necromancer is just kind of sitting here, right on top of Weapon Shrine. I've noticed bosses really like to do that. Where they just stand directly next to a shrine to make it harder on you. Ooh, those skeletons hurt. I don't know why, but he managed to do, like, butt tons of damage to me for no good reason. Oh well. It's not like I'm, in particularly, large amounts of trouble. Yeah, this is actually comically easy compared to the Warrior runs. Because the Warrior always had trouble with, like, large groups of enemies, so I'd still get hit here and there. Here's the problem. I cannot attack up. Oh, you know what? I'm doing this wrong. I can just do butt stomps. Cool. Unfortunately, that cost me, like, most of my mana just resisting those hits. I was really hoping I'd be able to have some mana left over for scumming, but then again, I can scum pretty much the remainder of my health away at the beginning of every stage. So I guess it's not so bad. This is dumb. But that's why I love it. Hey, more bombs! I should probably actually check out what the boots do. Though we do have Featherfall, which is honestly probably going to be more useful in the long run than anything else. Just because eventually we are actually going to have to butt stomp down. Let's see. Why is our inventory full? Right, because we've got a spare key. We might as well do that. We might as well do that. I've got dash, so I can hop up. Might as well make another bomb arrow. For reasons unknown. And we get another book of dash. Bush of dash. Yes. The bush dashes. And or it's a lady called called Dash, which look, let's not get into that. That's weird. Let's see. The problem is you can't, while you're berserking, you cannot check your inventory. Which means I'm just kind of sitting here being like, is it time for me to do anything yet? Nope. Well, let's just keep waiting. Where's that treasure chest? Oh, that was a zombie. Didn't even realize he was there. Then again, I don't think it was ready for me to be there either. And does not look like we have a shrine here. I was really hoping I'd stop being berserk so I could fire arrows to the side. Turns out, not actually the case. I wonder how fast I'm going to be able to attack once my dexterity is kind of ridiculous. Well, it's already pretty ridiculous, but hey, it's a bow. We're still in the market for those. They're one of the 2 or 3 items we're still looking for. That and books. Lots and lots of books. Okay. So dash, what are you? Freezing, not good. Fire shield. Wonder how cheap I can get fire shield down to. Floor phasing. Oh. Okay. And we're all good. I should really figure out if that sprint of mine does damage. It seems like it should, but I have no idea. I should also try using my my dash sprint at some not a dash sprint, dash attack in this game. Because I think it doubles or triples your damage. I've been meaning to check it out in this current version. No idea. Well, let's sack it down. Let's sack it all down. Okay. Oh, see a flaming cow. Sorry about that. Okay. So how many stats can I scum? Well, we might as well use the potions of regeneration here. Because I've got 14 of them. There's no reason for me to just hold on to them all. There we go. There's the last of the stats. And off we go. I'm kind of hoping we comes across a... Oh. Hey, Cosmic HD. How's it going? I'm kind of hoping we come across a Shrine of Light directly next to a Shrine of Blood here. And at this point, we've actually gotten to the point where we can no longer spend our stat points. Which is kind of ridiculous. And disappointing. Okay. Well, they're coming. Where are they coming? This is the question. Well, they're just slowly coming here. Looks like. Well, that's not going to pay out for them. I got Featherfall butt stomps. Do you realize what kind of mistake you've made being in my way? I should probably actually use some of this mana. But then again, 80 health ain't so bad. I like how they all kill themselves. Zombies are not spike-proof. Oh wait, I'm still looking for boots. I'm really not, honestly. I should just God Curse the ones I have. Because I'm not really in the market for light step at this point, because it's not going to it's not going to prevent me from taking too much damage. Oh, that ghost is still alive. Never mind. Problem solved. Thanks, Pouncing Cheeto. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about you guys. You have to worry about ledge grabbing because it slows us down. Woo! The little gallery of zombies. This is glorious. Is this like the 3rd floor in a row that we've actually had to fight the abomination? I think it is. No, we did have to fight the necromancer. Honestly, everything is just kind of blending together at this point because it's just like corpses, zombies, and more corpse corpse, everything. Everything is dying around me and it's beautiful. I kind of wish there was like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Ragdoll physics. Oh man, that would be great if there was like ragdolls. Because like when I knock the bats away in the caves with heavy punches, or at least when I used to, it was super satisfying looking. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way anymore. But I think it would be glorious if like I could knock away corpses in the same fashion. It's just like, alright, so you've killed this thing, and you killed this thing at very high velocity, therefore it just goes sailing away from you at a very high speed. For shits and giggles, mostly. So we have the abomination down there. How do we deal with him? As in, how do we piss him off? Oh, I can punch through surfaces. Well, that's not overpowered. Oh, we've pissed him off. Okay, so he knows where I am. Ow! I forgot you can fire those through surfaces. So here's the problem. I guess I can just punch him through that. Take a fair amount of damage for it, but, well, could be worse. Yeah, those are one of the very few things that... Oh, hey, pork chop. Those are one of the few things at this point that can actually deal damage to me. So I'm always kind of in constant fear of the abomination, because the dragon could potentially burn me if I wasn't paying attention. But the abomination could actually just wreck me by passing through my tile. Because this game does not have very good iframes, so it's very easy for you to just get slammed, which is rough. But I would love to see, like, everything just ragdoll away from me as I, like, just wallop zombies away. It would be great, but then again, I guess ragdoll physics are technically kind of hard to do. Let's see if I can get homing arrows. That'd be kind of nice. Duh! Oh! Okay. Wow! So you know how I was complaining that items wouldn't scale up into New Game Plus? I think I was wrong. I think I was horrifyingly wrong. Damn, suddenly I regret God cursing all of my stuff onto me. Because this is 9 luck, 9 intelligence, 5 speed, 8 dexterity, 5 strength, and multi-shot. I think God cursing stuff is actually a giant mistake. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. But at the same time, that's like the most OP piece of equipment I have ever seen. By a huge margin. And I think it's because they actually scale things up based on New Game Plus now. Or plus plus. I guess. Okay. I've got a lot of heals left, so let's sack some stats while we're waiting. I guess not waiting, but while we're here. I don't think anybody else is going to come up towards me. We got anything else to sack? I got like 200 mana left. That's fine. Oh! Where'd you come from? There we go. What if I God cursed it? It would do a lot of damage. Or it would give me a lot of stats. The reason why I don't want to God curse it is I'm looking for a actually I'm looking for a homing. If I can go get a bow of similar caliber that is homing, that'd be great. See, these are garbage, but this is ridiculous. I don't know. Let's see. Do I think there should be more bosses, more minions, or more levels? Interesting question. Let's just use that there. Keep healing. Apparently you can recharge something. Oh, I didn't check the... I did check the treasure chest. I've just been carrying around an extra key. I forgot about that. Well, let's keep going. Honestly, I don't feel like the game needs more enemy types per level. Each has at least a couple. So, I mean, maybe the crypts could use like 1 or 2. Maybe not quite like a golem, but like a giant or something. Something that won't insta-give you, but will do a lot of damage if you're not careful. But even then, I think that would be... maybe a little bit excessive? Not entirely sure. I mean, truly, I think this game needs more levels. I think this game would benefit greatly by having multiple pathways through the game that could actually result in some, like, really interesting gameplay choices, and, like, you can get special items based on the area you're in. Because, for example, I keep saying I want there to be a water level. And, like, the flood level event is really cool. But I don't feel like it's really that good. I feel like the flood level is... the flood level is interesting, but, like, it kind of sneaks up on you. And it definitely does make things interesting, comparatively. But it doesn't really, like... It doesn't really change gameplay up that much. I think what would be cooler is if, you know, you get the flood event going, and, you know, the whole level floods. And, you know, it's kind of obnoxious, whatever. And then a spare door shows up if you, like, float to the top or you go somewhere or something like that. And then it actually brings you to a water level, and then it's got, like, a whole different set of bosses, units, and stuff like that. Because there's already... We're fighting the Abomination again. There's already kind of that with the Ancient Runes, which I think is really cool. The problem is the Ancient Runes have not been developed in the slightest. Oh, come on, Berserk, Berserk, Berserk. Let off, let off, let off. Okay. Got him. But I think it would be awesome if it actually behaved in the exact same manner. Okay, so we've got a lot of these guys coming this direction. Let's just wait here and clear them out. But I think it would be really cool if, like, you could do similar things. You know, if there's a lava level with, like, even bigger dragons, bigger, scarier dragons and stuff like that. I don't know. Because, like, New Game Plus, for example, is kind of dull. Because after a certain point, it just turns into a ridiculous farm fest where you're just scumming stats for, honestly, no real reason, apart from, like, self-appeasement. Because, like, I'm mostly doing this because it's kind of a nice way to relax and, you know, see how ridiculous I can get without actually trying. Well, I mean, I'm effectively trying, or I've already paid the dues, now I'm just enjoying the dividends. But, like, I think it would be really cool, actually, if New Game Plus just kind of kept looping. It didn't actually get too much harder, it just kept sending more enemies at you, more obstacles. Maybe mixed the game up a bit. Actually, I think that would be really cool. If, kind of like Nuclear Throne's looping, where eventually it's just like, here's a bunch of unit types that don't belong here. Like, I think it would actually be really, really frustrating if I had to fight birds here. Or ghosts, you know, just these like, specter attack things, or like the wisps from the forest. I think that would be awesome. Because that would force me to kind of rethink my general strategies here. You know, when normally I just have the same habits across the board. Because I actually enjoyed having the Golem boss in this level almost more than I enjoyed having certain other bosses. For example, the Necromancer. Just because the Necromancer... I mean, the Necromancer's okay, but I feel like he's not nearly as threatening as a result of the tight corridors. Like, those skeletons would be really hard to assault if done right, but as it stands, the Necromancer minions are just kind of an impediment. They barely have any health. But, you know, if they're coming out of nowhere and, like, really trying to stop you, I think it could be really hard. Whereas, like, the hardest boss in the crypts is just the Abomination, mainly because he just rolls into you and kills you that way. And it doesn't even feel like that unique of an experience. It's just kind of like, well, that died. Yay. So I feel like having kind of like things remixing in interesting ways. I'd almost like to see like almost hybrid levels, where like you got kind of the long corridory aspect of the crypts combined with like big chasms of the forest. Make the levels like really imposing, almost like extra large and terrifying. That'd actually be really cool, almost Binding of Isaac system of like levels. Let's see. So, chat, what does chat say? Prostate Exam wants to change his name. Prostate Exam, change your name. Hey, Porkchop, didn't even realize I had it. So, one thing, for people watching me live, if you ever want me to respond to anything that you say, please, say it with an @ tag, because otherwise I don't realize people are talking at me, because otherwise I just get really lost in the game. I will look over and stuff like that. And like every once in a while I'll see like a cool topic along the way. Bouncing Cheeto, I don't think the broadcast ended. It shouldn't have. I don't know, can somebody tell Bouncing Cheeto that the broadcast did not end? That'd be kind of an interesting problem along the way. These are the problems of broadcasting live. Okay. Should pop a potion of regen because I have nothing better to do with them. Oh man, I might actually start sacking stuff to the deranged just because I have nothing better to do with them. Let's get out of here. Okay. Plenty of stat points, plenty of mana. This is ridiculous. What level of Crips are we on? Just so I know. Crips 25, alright. We are 1/10 of the way there. Something just took 9,999 damage. That only happens when you exit the world in this game, as far as I can tell. I'll just sit here punching for a little bit while they all clear themselves out. I like it how the one skull next to me vibrates while I punch. It's nonsense. That's good nonsense, though. I'm glad Tier 3 intelligence... I'm glad Tier 3 intelligence makes your mana regen faster. Okay. So at this point, I should probably actually just kind of pick up the pace. Because what are my strength stats at? I guess part of it is I'm hoping that I can... I guess really maybe I should just pick up the pace, you know, not scum for equipment. Because at this point, there's really not... Oh, hey, we found it. I was going to say, I wanted to look for that. A Shrine of Light directly next to a Shrine of Blood. Those two together, best combo. I think I've only got, what, 3... Oh, wait, no, I've got like 3,400 gold. So there's that. Thronged Avenger. Cute. Let's just stand here until these guys realize them. Actually, you know what? I can kind of bounce over here. Follow me this direction instead, because I do not want to fight them in such a place that I'm going to have to blow up the Shrine of Light. Because I know they can hop up here. They're just being lazy. And annoying. I think we're good. Okay, so now we're going to do some really heavy scumming on this level. Heavier than usual, at the very least. Man, I really wish I hadn't gotten rid of those claws of lifesteal. We would be so ridiculous right now. Because I thought I'd just be butt-stomping everything for the rest of the run. Turns out that is actually the wrong way to do this character. You don't even need to butt-stomp, you just aim your fists downwards and just destroy everything. It's great. Fairy magic might have been pretty good. Oh. Well, I didn't even mean to do that. That cost me like 30 health. Freaking hands grabbing me next to shrines. Oh, hey, this guy wants something. Okay, so he wants those boots. Good to know. Christmas in my pants. Prostate exam. No matter what you pick, it's going to just be weird. Just go with prostate exam or something. Anything works. Because you're just doing side grades. I don't know. That's an interesting pseudo-topic, like, kind of along the way. And begin the ultimate scumming operation. At this point, like, I am already turbo scum. The only reason why I'm doing this is so I would like to be able to one-hit KO everything. Including the Abomination. Which, speaking of, there he is. I really wish you could fire your bow while berserking. I guess I get kind of why you can't. But I really wish you could. We don't care about daggers, because those are only going to slow us down. Let's just sit here for a second. It doesn't look like we have any shrines in the way. At least none that we care about. So let's just bide our time for a second. Can I one-hit kill everything in Vagante? So, as far as I know, he has about 400 or 500 health. Hands have, I think, 150 to 200. Zombies have, I believe, 140. I could be wrong about that one, but it's pretty high. Let's see. So we don't need gloves. We don't need poison. Should probably get rid of double jump. Don't need double jump at this point. Would actually be kind of beneficial considering I'm not even using slow fall, but the slow fall smash is going to help if I ever get to the point where I can't touch the floor. But so it is possible as a player to get to the point where your damage is high enough that you can one-hit KO everything. It's just hard to do because the time investment and the amount of scumming required to do so is pretty high. Like, you're gonna spend a lot of time trying to get your stats high enough to be able to one-hit KO, say, any of the bosses. Oh yeah, the Fox did want these boots. Let's grab them for him. See if I can actually give them to him on level, otherwise he waits for me on the next screen. Plus, we're going back up. Oh, nope, he has since disappeared. Okay. I got a lot of money, so I really do not have to worry about much. Now, do I? Unless he was over here. Was he over here? He might have been over here. Nope. But there are a couple of zombies, which I kill for sport and money. And apparently, small amounts of damage. Damn it. Problem is, I have no idea where he went, either. Let's see, what about playing TIE Fighter? I have never actually played... Damn it! There you are! I've never actually played many Star Wars games along the way. I don't know if I'd... Oh! Another victim. I don't know if I would. Maybe. Interesting. Because I'm Berserk, it's only letting me sack... Oh. Interesting. I wonder how that works. Berserk was only letting me sack certain amounts at a time. And I wonder why. Confusing. I definitely have to, like, look into Star Wars games at some point. Unfortunately, my streaming, recording, whatever schedule right now is, like, super packed. And, I mean, it seems kind of ridiculous that I'm just playing, like, a ridiculous amount of Vagante. Hey, Mad God Tom. Hey, Benjamin Tyler. But, like, right now I'm trying to get through a bunch of things, and then this weekend I might try and binge out all of Witcher 2. Which might be impossible. I don't know. Well, I'll see if it's possible. Might be joint this week, next week. In preparation... Actually, no. Witcher 2 comes out next Monday, doesn't it? Damn it. Well, we might have to start earlier, like tomorrow or something. Then again, we'll be done with, Tauren. Probably, because apparently Tauren is, like, ridiculously short. So there's that. I haven't even spent... I've spent, like, 500 gold on this. This is ridiculous. But, let's see, are we? Nope. Just shy off, I forgot, you sacrificed too much. I really wish it would only take segments of 30 instead of half your health at a time. God, I love it when this happens. It happens rarely, but when it does, it's just the best. Because I can just kind of scum all of my gold away, which is ridiculous. How long has this run been going? I want to say about 5 hours? 6? It's a while. It's a long-run BLPO. And it's probably not going to be stopping anytime soon, considering how little anything is standing in my way, which is kind of fun. Of course, this is the slow part, so I can just kind of talk about stuff. Oh, the link I put is to my dashboard. Damn it! Sorry about that, Yen. I screw that up from time to time, and it's kind of bad. I need a better, like, blank slate stream announcement video, but I've been kind of lazy about that for the time being. I wish YouTube would actually let you just kind of re-upload like an announcement video type video as kind of a separate thing, because instead it forces me to delete the video every single time and re-upload it with you know, different details, and sometimes they get it wrong, which is kind of annoying. I don't know. YouTube is definitely getting there where, like, eventually like it'll be to the point where, like, I barely have to work to do my job, you know, to get these videos out and stuff like that, apart from, like, editing. But there's, like, tags, there's descriptions, there's titles and stuff. And, like, YouTube is obviously not focused on providing for, like, YouTube is not really focused on providing for Let's Players. It's more focused for providing for, like, viral hits and stuff like that, because that makes them more money. For the most part, I think they make more ad rev overall from Let's Plays just because of the sheer quantity, though I could be wrong about that one. But it definitely does seem like their focus is still mainly on viral hits from viral people. So, you know, Harlem Shake videos. Pretty much anything from that Gangnam Style guy whose name I am now forgetting. Let's see. I'm trying to think, but, like, someday YouTube will get to the point where, like, it's actually directly supporting people like us. Reddit is actually starting to try and figure out how to help the like gaming content creators a little bit more, because they realize that we're kind of a serious spam problem, and they want to regulate it in a good way. Kim Jong-il, cute. But it's interesting being a Let's Player, and like kind of on the, not the forefront. It would have been really interesting starting, you know, 5-6 years ago, and like growing as a result. I'd probably be a massive channel at this point. But you know, seeing kind of how the world is reacting to effectively a like sidebar version of entertainment that nobody ever even like thought of before, until like, you know, Slow Beef was like, fuck it, I'll just make this Let's Play instead of text format. I'll make it as a YouTube video. Except for it wasn't a YouTube video at the time. I don't even know how he hosted that. I'll have to get in contact with Slow Beef at some point, because I do know him. I've met him. And like get the story out, because he made a blog post about it a while back, but I don't think it would be kind of interesting to actually get like a flat-out interview going. God, that would be awesome. See if I could chain that into other YouTubers. And again, I'm waiting till I'm like comparable size, so I can interview them as like a equal, instead of some upstart trying to get views by like being like, hey look, I interviewed PewDiePie. God, that would be amazing. But at the same time, I don't think I'd want to do that, because I think there are better people I'd rather interview. I don't know. Here's a good example of like interesting YouTubers. I don't know, I don't watch any anymore, which is kind of a problem. Let's see. Wanderer, you're totally at the forefront. Nobody else says, oh look, children on fire, sweet pork chops. Yeah. Let's see, why do I stream so late? This is kind of Q&A night. That's okay. While I sit here scumming, we might as well do Q&A. I'm scumming through almost 4,000 gold, which is kind of ridiculous. So the reason why I stream so late is twofold. Threefold, I don't know. A, I'm nocturnal. I'm usually actually very sleepy during the day. And sometimes you can notice it when I'm like doing counter day streams and stuff like that, that I'm not like 100% here. It's because I just simply am not awake. And I don't know if it's like a natural thing, if it's a trained thing from college, because like I spent most of my nights awake in college too, just doing work. But so I guess just as a result, I've always preferred, you know, being up so late. And hey, my health and my mana currently match. Though if my vitality was 1 point higher, we'd have 280 vitality and 280 mana, which would be kind of great as far as max goes. But so, it's easier for me to stream at this time anyway, because as it stands, nobody's awake in my house, because I still live with my folks, like it or not, because YouTube does not pay particularly well, comparatively.